Hello and welcome to Karnee Plays Victoria 2 Hearts of Darkness, Colombia. Again, for like the third time now. So, the reason as to why this is now the third time, and the reason as to why there's been a break is two. First reason, I've been on holiday. I spent a couple of busy weeks about a month ago, about 2 months ago, getting everything ready for going down to Hastings in south of England. That was nice. Then after that, I went around Europe for 3 weeks, and man, it was hot. Like, you know that heat wave that's sort of been gripping most of the world right now? It's pretty freaking bad in Europe. Like, I think it was 35 degrees here when we were walking around Berlin, me and Mrs. Karnee. So that's just what I've been up to, and I am apologizing for the lack of updates. I was planning on doing a video, but I never got around to it. You guys deserve better, those of you who actually watch this. A special call out to the two guys who've actually left me comments on this Let's Play. You are a lot of the reason why I'm actually getting back into doing this. So, without further ado, we'll start by playing Republic of Colombia. Now, the reason why I'm doing this as a totally new game is, well, I'll tell you, I did actually have footage for the next two videos from the other one. I lost the audio, which helped my decision making, but more often than that, so anyone who has watched it will know that I went to attack the Sokoto Caliphate. I'm bad with names. And that didn't, well, as it turns out, that was a bad move because, well, I do have a better standing army. Anyone who's played a South American nation will tell you, you don't have the manpower to waste on this sort of thing. So I'm going to try a new strategy, and that's going to be, we're not going to attack anyone around here. Because while I could win the war, maybe here, though that would mean that is dependent on two things. To actually win the war for Venezuela, you don't. If Venezuela on day one ally with the Federal Republic of Central America, which they do a lot, you can't win this war because early on if you're not playing with the Kanye West government mods edition, the United States of Central America, will just have too big an army for you to actually deal with. Combined with Venezuela's already army, big army, which can sort of match yours. It's a bit less. I can give a quick firm of that. So yeah, they start with the same amount of troops, but they can add like another one in reserves on top of that. We can get 7, so we can beat that. But as I said, we've got Federal Republic over there, and well, their army's quite small. I think they have the opportunity to build up or get a lot of reserves at some point. But yeah, Venezuela army is just too damn big to deal with without wasting all your manpower. And then there might not even be a chance they'll work because the United Kingdom might just fear them to declare war on you. And really, you can't afford to take these big hits like I have in my last Let's Play. You take big hits like that to your manpower pool, and because you're not playing someone like the USA or Mexico or Brazil or even Argentina, you're not going to have that manpower, which is a humongous blow. You need it. You will need that manpower. So while we're here, I'm going to try and use this for once, because that'll be cool. Sorry, I'll explain what it is in a second. I'm just going to tell you my plan first. So we're not going to be expanding in any direction yet. I do have plans to take all of this and maybe work my way down here and through Brazil as well, because you know Brazil's so big. You've got to eat some of Brazil. If you are going to have a souffle or a 5-course banquet meal in the whole of South America, you got to eat Brazil. Brazilian's worth it. It just is. So my plan is to actually go and attack Hawaii, then wait build up 2 naval bases, one here, one at Berento, because you will take crippling naval attrition until you do. Basically, you can have ships, build many ships as you want, but you have to keep them supplied, which is one thing. If you keep them supplied, then they don't suffer naval attrition. But each naval base you have will only supply them within a certain range. Like right now, my ships are only really well supplied within this sort of area, the coastal regions around my country. If I want to go further away, I'm going to need to get naval bases here. So that's the plan. Get a naval base here, and that lets us leapfrog to here. And then from here, we can attack any one of these destinations. Now, I've been told multiple things about how to do this, but the general rule of thumb which I follow is if you can attack Johor, attack Johor. Why? Because in a couple of days there will be a huge amount of gold discovered in there. Well, it will be pretty much one of the most important areas to get gold outside of that hasn't already been claimed by a global power or within China. So Johor, you should definitely think about taking. Uh, Another good one is the Sultanate of Brunei, because this area will become, you'll find oil in the late game, so it'll pay off late game, and it's a good enough place to start. And that's pretty much what I want to do in this game. I want to leapfrog. I want to take this, maybe this. This is not a priority. The idea is to set yourself up in a position colonially, military-wise, where you can rely on the colonies, these uncivilized nations who you can force to fight for you, to provide the troops, so you can then like keep expanding over here, or you can take them back, and we can start attacking over here. This strategy does work, but it does take a little time, so we might as well get started now. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go in here, and you want to outlaw slavery. Now, I know I've given conflicting information about this, but that's because my understanding of Colombia has changed. Right now, you have a big enough slice of the upper house to force through a political reform. But the next election that comes, I mean, you're a democracy, so that's going to come fairly soon, is going, well, there it is. You've got 4 years. It's going to change you back to conservatives. And so what you want to do for now is you want to just click outlawed, because that frees up a chunk of your population to go on to be soldiers or farmers or workers or whatever else you want them to be. Now, the other reason as to why you want to do that is because if you wait to the election, they're not going to win. So you won't get a chance to push for another reform, because, look, the voters' ideologies are just, they don't care about liberals that much. Everyone's a conservative. And the other thing you want to do is you want to hold an election, because their tax policies are crippling. Look at this, minus 24. This is bad. This is each day. Jeez, I can't increase this. So literally your only hope is to decrease everything. And that's what I'm going to do. No education, no administration, no funding for soldiers. Well, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that on, because I'm going to be building some stuff, and I'd rather that stuff got through within the initial supply of products that exist at the beginning of the game than later. So I need to wait for $4,109 pounds. Pounds, what a glorious currency. Truly, what the world should still be using properly, everyone. Before I can start building a naval base. But what I can do is I can start building ships. Because ships don't actually cost you anything. Actually, building anything in this game doesn't cost you a thing. Until they start... Well, it doesn't cost you anything to start building units. It costs you stuff to buy the stuff that makes units. For instance, I'm going to need 7 clippers to do this, and for just one of these to be built, and that costs £1.49 for each one of these, so that's going to cost. And then I have to faction in the initial amount it's going to cost me even later, just maintaining them. So right now, I'm going to increase administration, because we're playing the long haul game. We don't need to worry about soldiers for now. The initial amount I have should do. And this is an interesting one. So I can either allow it so I can actually start building clipper convoys, which is pretty useful early on, but it rapidly fades off. Or I can go to getting some money. I'm going to go for money, because I don't like how much debt I can be in. Okay, let's roll. Oh yeah, the one thing I wanted to show you guys. This game is pretty awesome. There's a feature which was introduced from Hearts of Iron 3. I think that's on the first one that had it, where you can just draw battle plans on the map for after action reports and stories you want to show people online. So we'll call this one Attack on Hawaii. Is that how you spell Hawaii? Am I being just terribly bad? No! Yay! Good. Spellings. I have some. And what we're going to do, we're going to click on this, and we're going to move a large portion of our forces from here to there. Perfect. Nailed it. We're going to, where's our units? Ships are going to arrive here. The 3 ships we have. And then the infantry will arrive on the island. And it will be glorious. And that's the plan. So we can now click save plan. And yeah. This actually adds nothing to the game other than graphics, but it's such a cool, neat little thing. I love it. So let's carry on playing. So hopefully with the Conservatives win, I want state capitalism, I want the Conservatives to win. I can actually increase taxes. Later on, I'm going to want Liberals, so I can get more reforms and attract more people, but it's time to be brutal. The time to be brutal is now. I need more money. And for that to happen, the Liberals have got to go. There are no gods. Gods don't exist in my world. Woo! I've forgotten about the gold. Yay, gold! It helps. It does. The Liberals are gaining ground. I'm surprised. Soldiers need better food. They always need better food. Contrary to popular belief, we'll be sending all our ships over here to organise for the assault. Do I want to go to war now? Well, I think I could do it. I'm going to establish appropriate. You can't tell me not to. Hang on, isn't that pretty much what I said last time about... Yay! Right. I was going to say, isn't that pretty much what I said about Sokoto? We'll just ignore that one for now. Okay? Just ignore it. It's water under the bridge, it's under the rug, it's under multiple things. So, I shouldn't really do this, but I want officers and I want soldiers, and I want to keep them from deserting me. So, we are going to just go ahead and increase tension, education, and administrative, and that's it. Because the more... Look at that gold. I love it. I love it. It's fantastic. Okay, what's going on there? Are they going to war? Yeah, oh yeah. This is the traditional everyone gang rape Bolivia. All the rape on Bolivia right now, it'll lose everything. It's to be expected. I've actually, played Bolivia a lot to win. It is possible to win and become a gold power as Bolivia, but you can't win this initial war. Look at this. 7. Rather Peru actually. Surprised Peru hasn't gone to war yet. They've got, I think they go to war later or something. But you've got 7 over there. You've got 6 over there. And you've got Brazil, which is just the god of South America, with 17. It's just bad. I mean, good luck. I mean, no power to you. If you win, good news. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. Because early on in the game there is only an initial amount. I probably shouldn't have actually done that now. I don't care. I need resources. Oh, Ecuador. Okay. We can be friends this time round. I don't have no plans to take you just yet. God dang it. Urgh. Ecuador doesn't have a navy, does it? Yeah. Can we be friends? Just a little bit. Damn you. No chance of us being friends just yet. I need resources. Is there... Alright, we're going to try and go to my trade screen, and I really don't spend that much time in here, but what I need to do now is... So, yeah, they're like buying up a stockpile of just these, which is fine, because you know what? That's how expensive those things are right now. Building clipper convoys is good money. In fact, that'll probably be the next thing I research. I might just research clipper convoys, because that way I get it for supplying this, and any extra go to, well, making more money. Trade screen is useful at times. Right now, it's not too much. You can like command how much you want your country to buy. Go on then, Peru. Go on, get in there, my son. Get in. Yes, enough convoys exist. This is fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll have enough to actually get to Peru. Sorry, Hawaii. I think it's too late now. It's because I don't have the naval base. You know what, I'm just going to leave it. The USA will sphere Hawaii quite quickly if you let them, but... Okay. Oh, just go. They're trying to do it now. Don't want to do it yet. Oh. Right, we'll test the waters here. Screw it. I've never been a man of good ideas. Right, I know this is going to be embarrassing, me save and reloading, but honestly, do this a hell of a lot in the game. This is what I do. Paradox games. It's the truth. Save and reload. Other people will tell you, no, it ruins the game. Why would you do that? There is such a thing as Iron Man mode in Europe Universals, which is 5, and I think that is a fantastic mode. I love it. The only problem being it has a tendency to screw up sometimes, and I lose all my progress, which sucks. Okay, now I'm building those. I don't even know if I can make it. I have to declare war on them now, actually. Or I'm going to run out of CB, and this will just be pathetic. War has been declared. Hawaii, you are mine. Look at that attrition. It's so bad. I don't even care if my ships survive. I just need to get my troops there. Don't even have to get that many there. I just need to get at least 2 across. Yes! And these guys are dead. No point in funding them anymore. Yay! It worked! Ignore the save scumming. I'm brilliant at this game. I have no need to save scum. In the slightest. I am amazing. So, we'll build one here now. Actually, we're not. We're going to build one here. Because Panama could be this province could be taken for us so they can buy another power if they sphere us. I really hope they don't, but it could happen. So, we're just going to do that now. We are going to build another few to cover the losses. There we go. Those should build, hopefully, using the resources I've now saved. But this is like, did you see how fast we won that battle? With competition for colonies around the world, as increasing European nations scramble for Africa and the world, the United States of America has done well for itself. Out of what colonies? What colonies? Apparently, okay, so Oregon. Apparently the United States is so proud of what it's doing to colonize Colorado and Oregon and Wyoming, a bunch of other places, that they're just like, oh, look how amazing we are. And everyone the rest of the world's going, yeah, pretty damn amazing. You know, not bad. Good for you. Yeah. Okay, so that's building nicely. So the sort of Clipper situation sort of cleared up a bit. It's sort of fluctuating around there now. The next thing you want to build is steamers. Now, steamers will make you a lot of money. They will. And they won't stop making money because every ship, advanced ship in the world will rely on steamers within the next 20, 30 years, I want to say. It is so goddamn useful building steam factories early on, and then trying to get your population to work on them. I'm just going to close the window. Sorry. Ah, okay. What's this? The free Colombian people make daily discoveries and advances. They bet they do. So do I want to finish that, or do I want some prestige? How much do I want this? Yeah, research points almost always better than prestige, except when you're like researching everything ridiculously fast. Like towards the 1900s, if you're playing the UK and you focus cultural tech, you can pretty much research everything you want in about 2 years, which is the best. I've just realised I have diplomatic points. I should use them. I'll start by using peace offer. There we go. Woohoo! So when bowls. Come on, guys. All you did was sit there on an island. Taking attrition penalties. Jeez. I mean, it's not as bad as another war I could have fought, but nah. Let's not talk about that one. Unite that. How's the base coming out? Okay. So let's go use these. I like the UK. And I like the USA. An alliance with the USA would be fantastic. An alliance with the UK would be amazing. The UK will not give me an alliance, so forget that. The USA might, but either of these guys, I want sphering me would be bad because they'll both build the Panama Canal if I haven't become a global power by then. So we're actually just going to leave that, and we're going to try and just, get the Brazil to be nice to us because they do have cores in us, which they will attack us for. And we'll delete this plan. I do not need it anymore. Delete. Save plans. Oh, I still have it there. That's quite neat. I haven't used it in a while. If you can, actually, I'll tell you what. The single most valuable uncivilized nation to take is, of course, China. You take China, and the whole world is yours. And maybe I will at some point. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. Early on, the single most valuable nation to take, if you can, is Korea or Japan. Japan is very difficult because look, they've got the ninth most military power in the world. Even as a super duper civilized power with better tech than them, even this early on, they'll curb stomp your ass. Korea, on the other hand, has less units. It still has a fair chunk, but it has less. And quite a large population. And what I've known people to do is to attack China, blockade all of their ports, and that's usually enough to force a rule to either take this or force them to let go of this. I usually force them to let go of this and then attack this as soon as the truce is up. So, right, well, we've got no plans of that right now. I'm building a naval base here. That's going to take time, so let's build a new plan. And let's call it the... no, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Don't be so silly. It's all going horribly wrong. Oh, that's why. Delete. Delete. Okay. Delete the plan. It's all about the plan. I keep forgetting what I'm trying to do. Girl, you guys must think I'm an idiot. So, okay, so no one's doing anything here. So I'm going to take advantage of that. As soon as I can. Yes, I can rename it. The Battle for Johor. Oh no. Colombian Singapore, that's what it's planned. What we called. think that's how you're supposed to be Singapore. Okay, Colombia and Singapore. Right. So we are going to call our fleet again. They are going to go from here, probably zigzagging through to about. I really wish there was some way to like control that a little bit better. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is what we'll do to make it look nice. Whoop, 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 whoop. Then we get another one, and then from here all the way to there. Zoom, enhance, enhance again. We'll launch a naval invasion here. And we will land our troops here. And then we will... I don't know, that's enough for now. And we have aims to take here and here. And that should be enough to push them into accepting defeat. So save the plan. And okay, right. Let's do this. So look, that's nice. Let me check trade again. Yeah, it's starting to go down now. But the good thing about Clipper convoys, if you are making them, because the UK will have tendency to destroy their own, is that as long as the UK exists, they will almost exclusively like buy your Clippers because they never destroy them to build something else. Pardon me. Oh, do I want to go for it? Is it worth it? I'm losing money again. Jeez. I tell you what, we're going to go for this instead. I need more money. They're colonies. I know, pretty dark, but it's the truth. What's this stupid one? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so only clergymen do that, so there's no point increasing this to 100% if they're only going to add enough when they're about 80. So next one down will be this place. Can I do that? And look, I'm gaining more money already. So, how's that doing? Our first naval base is getting closer. This one's starting to be built. Ecuador want to be allies with me again? Did they cancel it? Ecuador, why you be so silly?